Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do my February wrap up and I'm so glad you guys are here. My name is Cara. If you're new here, this is my channel where I talk about books. So into the books that I have read this month. I was in a reading slump for the first 15 days of the month. That's kind of sad and stuff, so I only got to read 5 books. So I'm going from what I read last to first because that is how the star ratings actually worked out. First up is If the Crown Fits by Liane. This was an arc sent to me from the author. Thank you so much, Liane, for the arc. I really enjoyed this book. It follows Elara, known as Laura, and she is a thief and she's stealing things and she gets hired to steal something from a prince, and this prince doesn't know who she is and later finds out she is a princess, and they're actually going from there, and she's trying to steal something and she doesn't know what it is, what it looks like. So she's going to be in a fight between the two princes. The one prince hired her and the other prince is the one she needs to steal from. So she's going to be between those two, and this was really a great story and I can't wait for the next book from Liane because this was like so good, and it's a young adult. There's no real smut in it. The books these days has a lot of smut in it, and I don't mind reading smut, but I know there are people that don't like it, like my friend from Instagram, and I respect that. So if you say you don't like it, I'll try to get you recommendations for books that don't have any smut in it. But this book I rated a 5 stars. It was really good, so go give it a try. Okay, so next we have Consider Me. I gave this one 4 stars. A lot of people told me it was a great hockey romance and it got very hyped on Instagram. I didn't see it really on TikTok, but Instagram, Bookstagram, it was really hyped up. So I said, no, let me give it a try because I love hockey romances and it's my thing, the hockey thing. And so I gave it a try. It was just fine. 4 stars. It means I liked it. There were a lot of parts that I didn't like, but I'll tell you that about that in a moment. For the most part, is just like it was good. There was a few things that I didn't like, how the main character she's contradicting herself in things she said, and I didn't vibe with this book as much as I thought I would. A 4 is a good rating for me. It's just I'm not going to reread it. It was good. I would recommend it. I'm not going to reread it. It wasn't fun enough for me to reread it because the chapters were longer. I don't know. I like short chapters in books, and that was just like a long chapter every time to get through. And like, I think a chapter or 2 was like 10 to 15 pages. That's kind of long for me. I read it on my Kindle, but it was like still long. And so yeah, I struggled a bit with this book. I got into my reading slump when I read this book, so it is a bit sad for me to say that. I would rather recommend other hockey romances, but it was a really good one. Next book we have is Fire in His Kiss. This is a series. Now, I did the first book, I think, last year in 2022. So this year I was wanting to get back into my dragon type of era. I love books with dragons in it right now, so I listened to this one on audiobook and it was really good. I gave this one a 4 stars, and it's following Sasha and Doc, and Sasha is a human woman, and she's trying to survive in this new world where the rift opened up and the dragons came through and it's chaos, and now they had cities where humans take refuge against the dragons, and a lot of things happen. I gave it 4 stars, and yeah, I would definitely go read it again or listen to it again. It's just, it was like a fast, quick one for me while I was doing other things at home, and I was like, I want to listen to dragons again, and I picked up this one. It was really good. I enjoy how the author writes and describes, and the author is Ruby Dixon. If you guys didn't know, she is the author of the Ice Planet Barbarian series that I so much love. I haven't completed the whole series of the Ice Planet Barbarians. Next we have Resisting Maxu. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I don't know if it's Maxu or Maxu. I don't know. I just say Maxu. This is following Maxu and Meg, and this is also an alien romance. We are following where the aliens was abducting the humans and taking them to their planet. This is a book 2. I'm gonna do book 1 after this one. But yeah, they're abducting the humans, other aliens, and sending them to this planet where these aliens live. And it's gonna be a romance between Maxu and Meg. Also, Meg was married on Earth, and she didn't have that great relationship with her husband. They were kind of like just friends and inconvenience marriage. I don't know, she wasn't happy in that marriage, and then she gets abducted by these aliens, and now she is on this alien planet, and they want her to marry one of the aliens for 3 months, get it over with. If she likes this alien, she can stay longer with him and have a child, and the male will look after the child, and then she needs to go and get married again. Next we have Using a Fijo. Now this is the number 5 book in this alien series, and yeah, it follows another human and an alien, but it is kind of different. Every story in the series is kind of different, and I really enjoyed seeing the different things this author thought out for this series, and it was a great read. I gave this one 4 stars, and I loved everything about it. It was really, really good. We're following Vanessa and Fijo, and Fijo has his own spaceship, and every chance he gets, he's going to the kind of like marriage things where the women can shoot the men, and the men have to stand behind a glass window, but they can see in, but the girls can see out, so they can see the males, and they need to choose a male to marry and to have a family with, or just to marry for 3 months. And after that after that they get married and stuff like that for 3 months, and then they can do the selection again. So Vanessa chose him because he had a spaceship and everything, and to get off the planet to save her sister. Now her sister is still on Earth, but she has cancer, and she's thinking, but if she can get to Earth, she can save her sister, and they can live together again and stuff like that. So she's actually using Fijo to get back to Earth, and when he found out about it, he was very angry with her because a lot of people have used him in the past, and he just doesn't want to be used anymore, and he wants to be loved and stuff like that. and they worked it out, and both of them fall in love with each other, and it was just a great story. And you have to go read it if you want, if this is interesting you, because really it was great. You can read this as a standalone, the series, but I would probably prefer if you read them in order, because I read them in order and it makes so much more sense. Okay guys, and then we have Things We Never Got Over by Lisa Score. Now this one I reread, so it's not the first time I'm reading this. This is the second time. I'm just adding it to this video because it needs to be in this video, because I've read it in February and I did the annotations and stuff, and it kind of looks pretty, if you guys can see. So I did that for another video. Just wanted to say this is still a 5 stars. It's really, really good. It follows Nox and Naomi, and it's gonna be their love story. It's small town romance, and it's really, really good. I enjoyed everything about this. And also there's gonna be a dog and a niece, so this was really a good book. And Grumpy Sunshine all the way, I'm telling you, this was a really good book, so go give this one a try if you didn't. I know most people don't want to read hyped up books because they get let down a lot and stuff like that, but I read it, so you can go read it. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Go read this book. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I was like, no, it's pretty thick, you see. I was like, no, it's gonna take so long to read this book, and I actually read it in like a day. Okay, and then we get to my March TBR, which is saying a lot because I haven't done this, and I usually don't stick with my TBRs because I don't really make TBRs, just because I'm a mood reader and it's difficult for me to decide what I'm wanting to read, what I'm gonna read, because a lot of the times I put the books that I put on for that month aside to read something that just came out, or an arc or something like that. So it's very difficult for me to just say I want to read these 10 books, because it's most likely I will read 3. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, I did put my arcs in here. So the first one is Love Marks by Rachel Harriet. I'm currently actually reading this one. I'm buddy reading it with my friend from Instagram, and we're having a great time. It just has also a lot of smut in, and my friend doesn't like that, so it's an experience for her. It's following Quinn, and she's trying to work and stuff, and her mother has cancer, so she's trying to get the medical bills paid, and it's her story with Wesley. Now Wesley is a billionaire. He's got a lot of money and stuff like that, and he's going to this place where she works. She's a hostess, and he's giving her information or a file, and she needs to take care of it. She needs to wait until this person that he arranged for comes and gets it, and she's very tired and stuff like that, and he is like, you need to wait for them, will you do that? You promise? And she's like, yes, I promise, I'll wait. And she's fine with waiting, what. And then someone else that also works there comes, and he says to her, but he'll wait for that person, you can give the file. And she actually does do that, stupid her. And the story's gonna go from there. A lot of misunderstandings is gonna happen and stuff like that. It was really good. It's gonna be a boss employee, and that's gonna get really, really good. And also it's kind of grumpy, but not really grumpy sunshine, you know, something like that. But it's getting good, and we're talking to the author, Rachel, and we're telling her, but wow, this book is so great, because this is an arc, so it means it's not out yet. So guys, if it's coming out, please go pre-order it or just add it, please. I'm telling you, this is like such a great book, and I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. Like the first few chapters I was like, what's happening, but now I can't read because I'm buddy reading this, and we put out chapters for every day, and I was like, I want to read, but okay, I understand. Yes. So we did a few chapters a day to help me and her, because I have school and she has work, so it's working for us doing this a bit by bit, because it was just that good, guys. I can't stop smiling. It was really that good. So I'm not done yet. We're like 80% today when I'm filming this, but it was really good. So go give this a try. And then we have The Art of Falling in Love. Now I am 70% with this one. It's also an ARC. It's by Kerry Clark. It's really good. It's also a office workplace type of thing, because she's a interior designer, if I have it correctly, and he's like the billionaire one and stuff like that. There's also smut in it, so just beware. I'm thinking every time I need to say there's smut if there's smut. If you guys don't want me to tell you if there's smut or not, just let me know in the comments. But I'm thinking from now on I'm going to tell you if there's smut in or not, and then you can decide if you want to go read it, because a lot of people just tell you what the book's about or what they think it's about, and not a lot of people tell you if there's smut in or not. And sometimes there's a surprise, and I was like, oh, I didn't think this book has smut in it, and then it has. I'm like, okay, it's fine, I do read smut, it's fine. And other times I was just like, no, because then you're in town or something and you're reading and a smut scene comes up, like bam, and you're like, nope, and you're scrolling until that scene is done and reading from there. So I'm thinking I'm gonna add the smut or not smut when I'm talking about a book in my wrap-ups, just to make it easier for everybody. So this one is a boss employee romance, and it's really good. I enjoyed it, but also he was kind of rude and stuff like that in the beginning, but later on he became sweet and stuff like that. She's also an artist while doing the interior designing, and I really love this romance so much. But yeah, you guys have to wait for my review on it, so yes, enjoy waiting. Then we have Booked on a Feeling. This is not an ARC. I'm reading this for my A to Z challenge that I'm doing this year. I already did one book for this year for that challenge, and this is going to be book 2. So it's going to be for the B, for Booked on a Feeling by JC Lee. I don't really know what this is about, but it's talking about lawyer, like the lady's going to be a lawyer, and it's childhood friends. I don't have anything against that trope, but it's just like, I feel like okay, now you realized it, now can you go on, can you just get to the story, please? Because a lot of times they're hung up about why they weren't together when they were younger, and I feel like please move on. We're grown-ups, people, please. So they get to the point, you know, I want the romance. I don't want to know what happened in the past or why you're not together or stuff like that. Well, I do want to know why you're not together, but make it quick, you know. I would just want the details, just quickly, you know. I don't want it dragged out a lot. So I'm gonna give this one a try. I don't really know what it's about, and I feel that I don't need to know what it's about, because most of the books I go into, I don't read the back. It's kind of my thing. Then we have Starting Here. This is a mafia series. I'm reading this because I need to complete this series. I think this is book 2. Yeah, it's book 2 in the Brutal Birthright series by Sophie Lark, and I really enjoyed book 1. It's just I got off the mafia train somewhere and got into sport romance. So sport romance took a lot of my time. A lot of my reads are sport romance or alien romance, so I want to get back into this Mafia series because this series was really good. I really enjoyed book 1, and I think I'm like 10% into this book, and it's really good. So it's just you need to watch your trigger warnings and stuff for these books. Please go check them out before you start them. I really want to complete this one, and then maybe the rest of the year, maybe once a month, maybe a Mafia book. I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, I'm a mood reader. I don't know if I'm gonna keep to this list. Then we have Just a Fling by Catherine Grace. I also don't know what it's about, and I think I'm gonna keep it like that because if I'm gonna read the book, I'm gonna spoil a bit for me. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it like that. And then we have Indigo Eyes, and I really want to get to this one. It was hyped with a few bookstagrammers that I saw, and I messaged the author and I asked her, could I get an ARC for this book? And she was like, yes, she can send me the ebook. And I was like, yes, please, 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 please. I really want the ebook, and I got the ebook, so I want to read this one definitely. I also heard it's kind of sad. I'm not a sad girly, but lately I have been buying more books like that, or getting more books. Yeah, we'll see. If I don't like it, I don't like it, but we'll see. It depends on the book, I think. Yeah, so that's an ARC. Just a Fling is also an ARC. And by Quinn Holt, this is a kind of fantasy one. I'm not gonna go into details what it's about. Maybe in my ARC wrap up, my end of month wrap up, I'll go into deeper details after I've read these. The ARCs I'm definitely reading this month, but the others I can maybe try to read them. We'll see, but I'm prioritizing ARCs this year as I'm doing also schoolwork, so it's kind of hard for me to read a lot. Even though in January I did read like 16 books, and then I got in a slump for February. So yeah, those are all the March want to reads, want to finish, you know. Yeah, so that's that. Thank you for being here today and listening through everything and me rambling and everything. And thank you for being here. I really enjoy making these videos. Comment down below what you think. If you have read any of these, please, please, please comment, like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you next time. Goodbye.